Anyways, continue. Blood. That's blood, just in case you wondered. Well, look, you can zoom in. Let me know.
There are children here, you fool!
Oh, sorry.
For our lives.
For our lives. Tech, dialogue history, character select.
Unbelievable!
Oh shit, you can change character? I didn't realize that. It's good to know. You led us straight to the thing, you let them attack you too, unbelievable. Where's one goblin is 10, I'm leaving before the horde shows up. One fight just ended and now you're picking another one? True, the goblins didn't take any prisoners. You can cough up my payment anytime now. I don't want to play this. Let's do this. One fight just ended, and now you're picking another one? Relax!
Tell that to the dead at the gate.
Shut it, Horns! I'd be lying dead next to the goblins if you'd stalled any longer.
My duty is to this camp.
Oh, God forbid you risk your precious tail. But I shouldn't be surprised. Foul-bloods ain't known for courage.
Yeah, foul blood.
You see the tiefling's jaw clench. He's about to erupt.
Haha. Thought where I'll bash your skull together myself. Stand back and watch. Kinda wanna stand back and watch. This does say barbarian, and we gotta be true to our human blow it to human. Let's do this one. 5? Give me a break. Give me a hard roll, huh? Give me a challenge, why don't you?
Enough! Squabbling is pointless. The
Sure,
goblins have found us.
they all approve.
At least we agree on that.
More goblins could be on their way.
I'm more worried about this parasite than a goblin.
The short rest.
We need a healer.
Yeah, we need a healer. Talk to this boy. He knows.
Forgive that display. Aradin's a blowhard, but that's no cause for me to join him. Thank you for your help out there. I'm Zevlor.
Yeah, I need information. I'm Gigamosh.
I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove.
Huh.
Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This attack will only strengthen their resolve.
Sure. I won't be staying long. I need to find a healer. Let's find out. Let's pry a little bit. Why are they pushing you out, buddy?
The druids blame us outsiders for drawing them here. Nobody's welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters.
Huh. I actually wasn't listening. What did you say? Ritual what?
We're
Oh, right here.
refugees from Elturel. We took shelter here after gnolls attacked us on the road. We were bound for Baldur's Gate, and it was too late to turn back. Elturel had no place for tieflings after the descent.
The Descent, an infernal conspiracy that had seen the entire city of Elturel briefly dragged to the hells.
Oh, yeah. Burn to hell. Maybe your people should have stayed in hell. Should I do it? Well, I need information, so I probably shouldn't piss him off.
A fair point. We can only hope the citizens of Baldur's Gate are more open-minded. But we can't get there with those beasts blocking our path. Goblin got you. The druid Halsin's a renowned healer, but he didn't make it back from Aradin's expedition. If it's not too serious, you could try his apprentice Nettie. She's with the other druids in the Inner Grove. They've withdrawn there to prepare this damn ritual of theirs.
What's the ritual?
I've tried. Korga, their new first druid, won't even see me. You, though... I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
So I got my own problems.
We've our problems, granted, but there might be some merit in shutting down a local conflict, no?
I understand. I can only thank you for the help you've already given. If you'll excuse me, I'd best get my people moving.
Yeah, I got stuff to do, bro. Oh, somebody died.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Yeah. See what happened. What's wrong?
He's not breathing!
Oh, that's because he's dead.
Do not embarrass yourself. He is gone.
Yeah. You look like a fool crying there. He's dead. Stop wasting your time.
Right. There's no point. Someone's going to pay for this.
Yeah.
Arca, no, wait! What are you doing?
But you won't. Where are you going? Wait. Oh, alright. Let's steal his shit. That's this guy some stuff.
Glad you made it inside. Doubt we'll be safe here for long, though.
Yeah.
There'll be more coming. Goblins hunt in packs.
Hell yeah. So do I. You can hold off a horde of goblins from this position. Why not take your chance on the road? You're scared of a few goblins? Pathetic.
A few goblins. Felt like a lot more to me. So yes, I'm scared. And I'm not ashamed of that.
You should be. Dumbass. Dumbass. Who's this? Wait, come back here. I'm trying to talk to you.
Have some respect.
Never time to talk. Okay. What are you doing? What do you mean? You're just walking. Time to talk. What's that? Is that a bad guy? Surprised! Enemies are surprised. Action reactions or move on the first round. Huh? Okay. If I move here,
These boots have seen everything.
and then jump? No. I'm about to dash. Then you can't move. Now you're engaged, you son of a bitch.
Got to concentrate.
Let's see what we got.
I am fury. I am death.
Fury and death? Damn. That's crazy. Guess we just hit him. Guess we just hit him. 50%, huh? Threatened and surprised and only at 15%. That's 35 health. 3 damage. Take that, bitch.
Ready. On I go.
What's this? Heartstopper. Where did I get this from? Oh, because I have this weapon? Piercing shot. Let's try it. 50%. Fuck. Sick.
A rough tempest I will raise.
Good miss.
Knight to King 5.
Knight to King 5. That's a good one. I get it. I'll do that. End his turn. End her turn. End her turn.
My feet.
Do I shove him? What happens if I shove him? Let's find out. Nothing? Sweet. Blood. Oh. Over here. And turn. Wait, I got poisoned? Who got poisoned? He got poisoned?
Taste my fury.
Lacerate this boy. Critical miss, hell yeah. What I'm talking about.
I'm ready. You are not allowed to die.
You're not allowed to die. Evil. Maybe another one too.
Take your heal.
Double heal. Nobody does a lot of damage.
Blood comes easy these
I might be in trouble actually. As you are stronger, you have 2 extra damage with melee and improvised weapon when throwing objects. Rage. You're lacerate. Oh, miss. Unbelievable.
I don't fancy their chances.
I'm gonna have to magic missile this guy.
What's up for discussion?
What's going
You
on?
have good timing. Never been much of a fighter, so wrestling a bugbear would have gone poorly.
Well, maybe you
You're
should
not here for
turn your
heroics, are you?
telescope the other way, huh?
Avernus's stench is all over your skin.
Who?
Let me guess. Your devil mistress sent you to get her soul coin back.
Who?
Too bad. I earned it, fair and square.
What? Coin? Mistress, you lost me.
You almost seem honest. Care to explain why you reek of the hells?
It says barbarian. Gotta do it. No. Coin. Now!
I'm going to be chased all over Faerun for this damn coin, aren't I?
Your
Fine.
purse.
Take it as a grudging payment for the rescue. Now leave me in peace.
A soul coin, true to its name, holds a mortal soul inside.
Whoa.
It serves in the
Oh,
Nine Hells as
no way.
very valuable currency.
Now you tell me. Press I to view. Soul coin. There it is. Bonus action. What do you mean bonus action for a soul coin? What does it do? I don't get it.
Need to find a way forward.
It's this way. I found it. I found the way forward. It's this way. Follow me. Oh wait, I wanted to look at that telescope you got. That's what I want to do. I want to level up.
You peer through the telescope.
Yeah, I do. There I go. Alright, focus the telescope. Squint at the distant object trying to make out further details. Focus the telescope on the distant object trying to get a clearer view. Yeah, why would I focus the telescope? Oh, +2, hell yeah. Let's go. Dragon? Where'd he go?
You see a dragon circling like a bird of prey, hunting.
Move the telescope to the left.
The telescope points to the left.
Okay.
The telescope points straight ahead.
Okay. A weird ass way to move a telescope.
The telescope points to the right.
Uh-oh. That don't sound good. What's going on? This is the weirdest fucking telescope fucking interaction I've ever had. What? Hello? Are we just thinking about? I don't get it. This way. Follow me. I know the way. There's a guy. Fuck them. The hollow.
I care about our lives, our futures.
The futures.
No, you just care about your stupid apprenticeship.
Take that back, right now.
What are you talking about? What are we talking about?
Hells, we can't just leave. They're kin.
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Good idea.
Just take a moment, please.
What's the point in blazing spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay.
Yeah.
These people aren't fighters. We can help.
Yeah, do
Or
that.
yell louder. That's fine too.
Only cowards run from a fight.
Prove him wrong then, if you think you're able to, that is.
Zerg. Fine. We'll stay. If we survive, it'll make for a good story, I suppose.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Roland.
You're welcome. You can steal from others while hiding.
How long until Roland shows off his thunder wave?
Yeah, true. This guy. What up, buddy?
Refugees, adventurers. No one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you.
Yeah.
Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before too long.
What's the fucking ritual? I wasn't listening. Are you really locking down the grove?
I know it's drastic, but more monsters seem to terrorize this region every day.
What about the people
Druids
here?
will be safe. As for those that took refuge here, well, may Sylvanas guard them as they continue their travels.
Yeah, I hear you. Dire times, high stakes, I understand. Seems like most are tieflings, they'll be fine. They are devilish. They have devilish powers. Dire times, high stakes, I
You
understand.
sound just like Korga. That it had to come to this. I pray to Sylvanas each night. The Wildfather will protect those refugees. I hope.
What are you selling?
Bits and bobs I no longer need.
Bits and bobs you no longer need, huh? That's fine.
Sylvanas, guide your path.
Trader attitude. Be careful when your traders watch for either their attitude towards you affects the price of their stock. Alright. Good to know. Look at the little boy.
I swear that ox's gaze is following me. Seems like a good moment to talk.
He stares right past you, as if you're invisible. Or boring. You see nothing out of the ordinary. As you turn back, the child slips between the rocks.
Between the rocks, eh? I'm pretty smart, so... Oh. Damn. Unlucky. Failure. I
You
will
look the
not
rocks
be
over,
doing...
but find no sign of a
Reroll.
way through.
Talk to the ox. I agree. Let me do this. Huh? I can't.
Up for debate?
That cow. This cow will only talk to Gigamosh, huh? Very low. Fine like a beast you are. Low. Okay. 16. Pretty good. I can't believe I used my inspiration on that bullshit.
This creature isn't what it appears to be.
Yeah, I heard you the first time. Oh, let's level up. Bugbear level 3! Children's subclass. Health increase. Class feature. Oh, speak with animals. That's just in time. Wild Heart. Oh, I gotta take Wild Heart if I want to speak to animals. Berserker. Violence is both a means and an end. Yes! Follow the path. Untrampling fury. Slick with blood as you thrill in the chaos of battle, heedless of your own well-being. Yeah. Sounds like me. While a fist of magic has transformed you, suffusing you with an arcane power that churns within you, waiting to be released. While magic endure rage that releases all the magic rolling inside you, causing a random magical effect. Percent bonus saving throws. Frenzy strike as a bonus action. Make melee attack with equip a bonus action. Melee attack. Pick up an item creature and throw it at a target, dealing additional damage. Not gonna throw. Yeah, I'm gonna go Berserker. 100% Berserker. Yeah, we're doing that. Level up her. 2 spell slots? Level 2 spell slot unlocked. Jesus Christ. Do I need to take it? I need to choose anything? Or just get all this shit? Okay. Wizard. And 2 spells. Alright. Mirror image. Get 3 illusory duplicates of yourself and distract attackers. Each duplicate increases your armor class by 3. Damn. Seems pretty good. Let's go through them all. Arcane lock. Close a door to container with a magical lock. Blindness, limit a foe's sight range. It's easier to hit, and a creature will miss more often. Attackers have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. Blur, cloud of daggers, conjure a cloud of spinning daggers that attack anyone inside. Crown of madness, instill madness in a human enemy, making them attack creature closest to them other than you, even if it's allied. Could be good. That seems really good, actually. Put that in there. Darkness. Create a dark shroud that heavily obscures and blinds creatures within. Creatures cannot make ranged attacks into or out of it. Dark vision. Grants creatures the ability to see in the dark. Detect thoughts. Focus your mind to read the thoughts of certain creatures while talking to them. Large, reduce. Make a creature larger or smaller to affect their weapon damage and strength checks and saving throws. Make a creature larger or smaller to affect their weapon damage and strength checks. Whoa. Make a creature larger? That seems sweet. For making me huge. Gotta be huge. Hold person. Hold a humanoid enemy still. It can't move, act, or react. Attacks from within 3 meters are always crit hits. That's pretty fun good. Blend sphere. That's a win. This ability touches a creature that turned invisible. Attacks against it at disadvantage. Knock. Unlock an object that held shut by a mundane lock. Use a weapon with arcane energy. The weapon goes magical. Acid arrow. Mirror image. Misty step. I That's pretty good. As a bonus action, Misty Step is a bonus action. Deal damage to a creature each turn. Several damage changes. Enfeeblement, we get foe. Do half damage. Scorching Ray. Well, you get 1 damage and 1 support. Shatter. Damage all nearby creatures and objects. Web. Burning Hands. Turn person. Should take a level 2 spell, right? Bonus action. Bonus action. Gain dash till the sport ends, huh? Detect thoughts until long rest. Pretty good. I mean, that's a lot of damage. 66. Enlarge Reduce sounds the coolest. Ground of Madness is good. Could backfire though. Scorching Ray is the most damage. So, I think Scorching Ray. And Enlarge Reduce. Sleep. Ice Knife, Mage Armor, Underway, Magic Missile, Witch Bolt. Dex modifier is 1. Be 14. Mage Armor. A lot of damage. Whatever. Whatever. Subclass Battlemaster. Subclass features superiority dice 4. These features are D8 tier 4. At level 10, these dice become D10s. Fuel your Battlemaster maneuvers and are expendable upon use. You regain expendable superiority dice after a short or long rest. Okay? Subclass. Battlemasters are paragons of tactical superiority, combining combat maneuvers and experience in the field to dominate every fight. Sounds good. Subject Knights study magic to supplement their weaponry, allowing them to overcome resistance to tough foes. Champion. You approach the complex problems posed by combat with one distinct effective solution. You hit the problems really quite hard. Proof critical hit. Battlemaster. Maneuvers are powerful attacks that use superior dice. Commander's Strike. An action and a reaction to direct an ally to strike a foe. Huh. No attack. Spend a superior dice to make an attack that deals an additional 1d8 damage and possibly forces the target to drop weapons they are holding. Distracting Strike. Distract your target, giving your ally the advantage on the next attack roll. Evasive Footwork. Evade attacks by opposing disadvantage. You use both your action and bonus action on a turn to attack a target with advantage and deal an additional 1d8 damage. Pretty good. I get 3 of these. Goading attack, deal an additional 1d8 and attempt to goad the target into attacking. Target receives disadvantage on attacking any other creature. Maneuvering attack. And a superiority die to make an attack that deals an additional 1d8 damage on hit. Select which friendly creature will gain half its movement speed. Will not provoke attacks of opportunity. Spend a superiority die to make an attack that deals an additional 1d8 damage and possibly frightens the target. Precision attack, you can spend superiority to add to the result up to an attack roll. And that's a it's a D8, possibly D10 at level 10. Pushing attack, spend a superiority die to make an attack that deals an additional 1d8 damage and possibly push the target back. Rally, spend a superiority die to grant ally 8 temporary hit points. Pretty good. A hostile creature misses you with a melee attack. Spend a superiority die to retaliate with a powerful strike that deals an additional 1d8 damage. Also, creature misses you with a melee attack. Expend a superiority to retaliate. I guess that's good because I don't have to use it. Action. Seems like very situational though. Swing your weapon in a rapid sweeping arc that attack multiple enemies at once. Roll your superiority die for damage. It's pretty good. Spend a superiority die to make an attack that deals an additional 1d8 damage and possibly knocks the target prone. Target must be large or smaller. Pretty good. Precision attack. So what's the difference between precision attack and feigning attack? You use both your action and bonus. And then this one just, you spend a superior die to add the results to your attack roll. Oh, this is to hit. This is to do additional damage. Let's see. Precision attack might be useful. Maneuver attack, good. This is an action and a bonus action for somebody else to make an attack on the reaction for next turn. So two-handed swords, so shit. Kinda iffy on commanding strike. Commanding strike would be good because I do a lot of damage. But reaction, oh wait, what? Look, it's different. Spend an action and a reaction to direct an ally to strike a foe. The ally immediately uses a reaction to make a weapon attack. Direct an ally to strike a foe. The ally uses a reaction on their next turn to make a weapon attack. What the hell is that about? I can't even get your story straight. I can just do this and do more damage. Takes an action, bonus action again as well. Adds up to 8 damage. This could add up to a lot more, but I don't get an attack then. So actually, I mean, this might be better here. Get advantage. Riposte could be good. It would give you extra attack. They'd have to attack me, and they'd have to miss. Just tough. What do I use my... Oh, it only does 1d8. Doesn't add the damage to the... Oh, man. And this is for everybody else to do damage. This girl to do damage. Rally. That's good. These two make sure people hit it. Get advantage. Everybody gets advantage, right? Give your allies advantage. So I don't even get advantage on the attack. This one I get attack. To advantage to myself. And I deal more damage. Oh, man. That's a tough one. Rally. Maybe I should do that. She's more support. And then I don't have really a finishing move. Fuck. This is tough. Like, this one I get movement and additional damage. But I don't get advantage. So I have to hit. You know what? Fuck it.
Calm down.
What's going on here? Who do we talk to? You look like you're in charge.
Children! The Blade of Frontiers. What a thrill for the children.
They're tough kids. Smart.
Yeah, that's the boy with the sword that says pointing, whatever.
Go on. Give me a best shot.
Man, you're a killer girl, kid.
Again.
I can't do it. I'm not
True.
like you.
True.
I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on.
Goddamn.
I believe in you. You can do
That's
this.
fucked up. Most of each other, your enemies will not be swayed by tears. Yeah. I like that. No swiveling.
Ignore
Sniveling.
him, Umi. Go on now. Practice what you've learned. Well met. The Blade of Frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the Blade of Frontiers, racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held.
Hell's great fires.
You were on the ship.
Yeah. Yes.
Doomed to shed our skin and become a lithid, or so the stories go. But we haven't sprouted any tentacles. Not yet, anyway. Could just be good luck. I'm not so...
Your minds collide once more. Wyll chases the fiend ignited with rancor. She is an infernal war devil. A threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit. Sounds like a nice lady.
Saw her. Advocatus Diaboli.
Advocatus Diaboli. A devil's advocate. A champion in the
Everyone
blood
knows
war
that.
between diabolical forces and demons.
I could have told you that. That was that good. Do you think she'll bring the blood war of Faerun? I guess I made the check,
That
so that
ship
makes sense.
sailed the Styx already. All I can hope for is to limit the damage.
Makes sense.
Her name is Karlak, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill.
I tracked her through the hells to the Mind Flayer ship, but the damned Illithids infected me before I could end her.
She's out there now,
That'll happen.
preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses.
Uh-oh. That's not good. I'm looking for a cure
Just
for
so
this
you know,
infection.
my first duty is Karlak. I'm oath-bound to go after her. But I won't deny this infection is bothersome. I accept your invitation. You'll need to make room if you want to partner up, though. Still, when the time comes, call for the blade. I won't be long to answer. A splendid plan. We'll talk more there.
Somebody approved, somebody disapproved. I don't know. Something happened quick. Who's whining? Is that you whining?
Harry, strike! Damn it! It's just not. Sorry. I've never seen your faces. Well, I should get back to it.
You yelp like a frightened dog because of my face? Yeah.
No offense meant. I was just surprised. Concentrating on this blasted target. We need to be ready for a fight. But I'm useless with a sword.
Demonstrate a swing, show him fluidity, half-orc performance. Show him how to coil his shoulder muscles in a more intimidating stance before striking. Don't waste good anger on your thoughts. Use it on the target.
Rage, you say? Step, brace, parry, swift, still not landing.
You're not angry enough. You're not angry enough. There you go.
Brace and step and swivel swing.
Yeah. Kick his ass, bro.
You know what you're doing. Found this by the road. Bet you'll put it to good use.
Keep trading. When time comes, you'll drown this place in goblin blood.
Don't let the druids hear you say that. They're itching for an excuse to get rid of us. But I'll keep at it. Thank you.
Yeah. That's not two moves.
I'll bite my tongue when the time comes.
Alright. What'd that give me? Inspired what? Sword of Charms? SP of you? Battle Axe acquired. A character performs an action as true to the background and they gain experience points and receive inspiration. You got maximum 4 inspiration if you are maximum inspiration could be background rolls only grants experience. Okay. I can only carry 4 inspiration, I gotta use this up. What's up, brother?
We've known enough grief this 10-day traveler.
Yeah.
Don't be the cause of more.
What do you mean? What I fucking do, bro? I didn't cause you no grief. Why are you causing me grief? What are these fellers doing?
We should have left by now. Damnation.
Damnation.
Instead, we're just sitting here, practically begging to be attacked. Staying is a mistake.
I know why rush to leave.
You don't understand. My apprenticeship with Leroican begins shortly. I cannot be late. Yes, that Leroican. The greatest wizard in Baldur's Gate.
Never heard of him.
I've heard that name before. A young man, yes? Lives in Ramaz's tower in the upper city.
The very same.
Word in Waterdeep has it he's a bit of a cad. But you say he's an accomplished wizard.
Of course he is. The greatest spellcaster along the Sword Coast. As if I'd settle for a lesser mentor.
In that case, I'd very much appreciate it if you could arrange an introduction, should we reach the city.
Good idea.
If it's powerful acquaintances you're after, you have to look no further than yours truly.
Oh,
few can reach me, in either magic or talent. In years to come, you will boast of this meeting, I can assure you.
Damn.
May we meet again in Baldur's Gate, my friend.
That's a big deal, huh?
Don't be grumpy, Rowan. Those goblins will rue the day they chose to tangle with this grove.
Yeah.
You and I will do some good here. I can feel it.
Hell yeah. Let's fuck him up. What are you cooking?
You! Saw you fighting those slimy bastards.
Yeah, that's me.
Fancy a bowl? Best to fill your belly now, while we still can.
Yeah, let me have some.
Look, it ain't much, but it might make all the difference.
I took
The
it,
only way
bitch.
to make it to Baldur's Gate is to run.
You gotta sell me, I already ate it.
If a gnoll catches your scent, you'll need every bit of strength. Trust me.
Oh yeah, what does it do? What do I want to do? Put some rings on? A fancy feller. 113, 19. Bonus attack. Bonus to attack rolls with melee or ranged weapons that purchase a hit. So do I get 2 attacks to 15? And this one does 15 on its own. Who's this? Auntie Ethel.
Ah, if it isn't the talk of the camp. It's a rare day when I see one of you lot about. Thank goodness you came along when you... Oh!
What?
There's an awful slump to those broad shoulders of yours, Petal. Are you hurt? Cold? Feverish?
A little hurt.
Auntie Ethel will sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore.
Oh, nice. You got a lot of fuss over me.
You take a sup of that and you'll feel right as rain, sweetie. Oh, 'tis just a healing potion, nothing fancy. Here. You just look like you might need a pick-me-up. I'm sorry to go on about it, but are you all right? You're looking awful peaky.
I've been better.
Oh, I've seen it all. I once had a fella who'd been caught dabbling with a dryad. The wife was none too pleased and introduced him to a pot of boiling oil. But worry not. I fixed him up, and depending on the lighting, he looks good as new. My point is, whatever ails you, I promise I've seen worse.
She is not to know of our ailment. Only a Gith healer may make us pure.
What is it, Petal? What's wrong?
Got a mind flayer person in my house.
Adventure, Auntie Ethel nods along, her eyes wide.
What do you think, Auntie Ethel?
My heart goes out to you, truly. I see no sign of a tentacle yet, but that could change in an instant. You need help. Serious help. I've ne'er a potion or lotion here that could do it, but... yes, I may have something at home. I've collected some interesting bits and bobs over the years. You'll have to stop by my house, just at the edge of the forest. Let me mark it on your map. I'll be heading back soon, so I can meet you there. Now, do you need anything? I have a few odds and ends for sale.
Edge of the forest, huh?
Hey, bother.
Show me your wares, lady. Item received potion of greater healing. That's better than a healing. 48 bucks, huh? I need more speed potions. Potion of invisibility. Potion of greater healing, huh? I got 7 and 1. I think we're probably good for now.
Be careful on the road. I'd hate if something happened to you. Take care, Petal.
For some reason I don't believe her. Something seems fishy about that lady.
We'll get to the city soon.
I am not.
What does this person do?
Scowl on your face.
Thanks for fighting off those goblins. If you need to replace any gear, just ask. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel.
Okay. The forge is holding on by a thread, are you Smith?
Used to be a bread and butter tinsmith before Elturel fell into Avernus. These days my talents are more eclectic. Learned a lot in my time in the Hells. Hope to forget most of it. But
Alright.
Between you and me, there's nothing in all the realms like the utter power of infernal machinery. Alas, my offerings are far more humble these days.
Let's see your wares.
How long until Roland shows off
Uh-huh.
his thunder wave?
Depends. How many people are dumb enough to ask?
Yeah. Roland's got a thunder wave. I get it.
True.
What do we got over here?
If it ain't the fearless goblin slayer, you sure you want to be seen with me? I ain't exactly popular with this lot. Half my crew are full of holes. Now I'm gonna take the blame for leading the goblins here, and losing track of the bloody druid.
Who's the druid you lost track of?
He's a leader around these parts. Or was. We've got a contract to track down some relic, and he wanted in on the job. Eyes lit up when he heard about it. Didn't work out though. Goblins got him when we were turning tail. He's either digging latrines or boiling in a cookpot by now.
You ran away from a few goblins?
Goblins, mate. There's an entire hive of them. Contract failed to mention that part.
Can't look at the contract.
Job's all yours, if you got a death wish. There's a wizard in Baldur's Gate that'll pay gobloads for a relic, supposedly buried round these parts. But gold ain't any use if you're too cold to spend it.
Any idea what the relic actually is?
I wouldn't be back here with half my crew gone. But look, if you're itching to meet Kellenvor, I won't stop you. It's called the Night Song. Supposed to be hidden under the temple where the goblins jumped us. I'd give you the map and wish you a happy funeral, but my mate Brian kept hold of it like his own todger. Goblins made sure to the fat old chunk. All I've got's the contract. It'll show you where we turn back, if you feel like dying.
Yeah.
Don't thank me. I'll be well on my way to Baldur's Gate when you die.
Agree to disagree. Who's living up here?
And we'll have a dog, right?
A dog.
They don't allow them in Baldur's Gate. Cats, though?
No dogs in Baldur's Gate.
And a house with a little door so that it can come and go as it pleases.
And a high fence to keep eavesdroppers out.
Why are you pointing at her? She's the eavesdropper? I'm the eavesdropper. Two tiefling refugees, you'll be lucky to get a square of dirt at a public house.
If that's what we're offered, we'll take it. Everyone's got to start somewhere.
Optimism, my friend. Try it out.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Don't knock it till you try it, as they say. What's in the door? Secluded chamber.
You're the one who helped at the gate. Glad to have another sword. We might need it.
Oh yeah? Cool.
I'd advise you to settle your affairs here quickly. Once the druids complete their ritual, we'll be sharing the road with goblins once again. Unless you've reconsidered speaking to them for us. Gorga might listen to you. What is it?
Why did Halcyon go on adventures? For a man named Zoru? Am I looking for a man named Zoru? Who the fuck's Zoru?
Some artifact Aradin was hunting. I don't know any more than that, and I don't want to. This grove is poorer for losing Halcyon, but I have my own people's concerns to look to. You'll find him in camp. What do you want with him?
I don't even know.
You'll find him in the caves, but I warn you not to start trouble. There's already enough going. See that you don't distract him from his duties.
No, sir. But if there's a clear path past those goblins, they'll find it.
Yes. I'd advise you to settle your affairs here quickly. Once the druids complete their... Unless you've reconsidered speaking to them for us. Gorga might listen to you.
I think you should. Yes. No harm in trying the diplomatic route.
We'd owe you a great debt. If we're forced to leave now, more of my people will die. You'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense.
We'll see.
Where are my boots?
By Mordai's eyes, another one. My friend's blood not enough.
Oh.
Come to rip me open too.
Who's the guy?
In Kresh Kalir, a formal greeting begins with a bow.
Is this monster with you?
Give the tiefling a menacing glare.
Lower.
Sure, I didn't like it.
You saw another gith. Where?
On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Saw us, for we saw it. Jammed its blade through Yul's belly. Straight to the other side.
No twisting. Kin must have been in a hurry. The map. Show me. Up. You can keep your innards.
Right. Let's see what we're looking for. It's over here.
You're gonna be sorry, every last one of ya.
What's going on here?
Arca, wait! You can't just shoot her!
Why not? That's what her kind did to Cannon.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna shoot me. Your hands are shaking.
Killer.
Put it down. She can't fight back.
So.
The point. Get out of the way.
She didn't kill your brother, Arca. You're better than this.
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with.
I'll do
Doesn't
nothing.
even matter if you kill me. I'm chosen by the absolute I am. I'm blessed.
I'll do nothing.
Here it comes, you little beast.
Oh, fucked her up. Damn.
That goblin won't be the last. The locals prove compliant. A useful trait.
I warned you, didn't I? You ought to reconsider keeping her around before she causes real trouble.
The tiefling
Comes
was
next.
here. If there are Githyanki west of here, that must be our objective. Purification cannot wait.
What do you mean purification?
The Kresh holds the Zaithisk. It will cleanse us of the parasite. By covenant, I can say no more.
Nothing. What are y'all doing?
Whoa, hey. Can't say I've ever seen someone like you before.
Now you have. Whoa.
Go on, take this ring. It's lucky.
That's a fancy trick.
You haven't seen anything yet, mister. Go on, take the ring and watch your fortune change.
Mimic is trick. 15? What? No fucking way I make that. Okay. Ho! Bang bang! Easy peasy.
Weeping, bleeding hells! Okay, maybe you don't need extra luck. But since you're already holding the thing, call it. Heads or tails?
Tails.
Tails it is! See? That's the kind of luck you get from one of my lucky rings. I've got more where that came from. Real cheap, too. Interested? Okay, fair. Let's go again. Heads or tails? Call it.
Tails.
Tails! There. Happy?
Not yet. Flip the coin again.
Fine. Heads or tails?
Tails.
Tails! There. Happy?
Not yet.
Mister, come on.
Flip it again.
Okay. Heads or tails?
Tails.
Tails! There. Happy?
Flip again.
Fine. Heads or tails?
Tails.
Tails! There. Happy?
One more time.
Heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads it is! There. Happy?
I'm happy. Flip again though.
You're killing me here, mister. You really are. Just take the ring, huh? Free sample. Now, you want to take a look at the other stuff I got? Or maybe you just want to go?
Let's see what you got.
Got it. One sec. That's what I got.
Ring of Infinite Wishes. Damn. Ring of Resistance to Ants. Ring of Telekinesis. Ring of being really invisible. Hey, you got everything. Got all the good stuff. Happy? I'm pretty happy. Happy?
You suddenly feel something moving against your back and turn.
You son bitch. Who do you think you're stealing from? And say, observe her silently. Maybe those are just crocodile tears. Ignore her theatrics and grab her. 15. God damn, these guys are fucking... Ah, bitch. Oh. Thought you could get away with me, huh?
Let go of me! Help!
What the hell? But I got the roll. That's whack. Happy? Time to come out. What the fuck? Can't use this right now. What does that mean? What do you mean I can't use this right now? Happy? Fucking thieves. Fucking pickpocketing demon children.
Let my daughter go right now!
Let my people go!
Hell spawn, and you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back! Oh, let me through, Mragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out!
Dang. He's a bear. Look at that fucking guy. What's going on here, guys?
We need to get Arabella out, now!
You heard the guards. They're waiting on Korga to give word.
I'd sooner trek through the 9 hells than trust that snake! Ugh.
Who? So, just hold your daughter. You need to be careful that the bear would have torn you to shreds.
I don't give a rag about me. It's my daughter I'm worried about.
Arabella tried to steal their idol. Druids lost their damn minds about it.
Yeah.
They need it for their precious ritual.
Well,
Oh, it's all my fault.
that's what you get being bad parents.
Or better yet, explode.
Gotta teach your kids not to be pickpocketing.
Druids who hate us. That's not right.
What do you mean that's not right?
It's like a cauldron about to boil
That
over.
little bitch
I say we
fucking
check in on the child.
teaching a little kid
Make sure she
steal.
does no harm.
You got your work cut out for you. Like you said, it's your fault. You should have tried parenting her. Yeah. Like
And
you
you
said.
should bugger off. Now. We're not leaving it.
So, what are you gonna do?
Come, Magrin.
You
Give
can
him a
do shit.
chance. You, Get back!
Or what? Run for me, you overrun my goblins now.
Keep back! Force my hand and I'll show you its claws.
A moment, Giorna.
What? Oh, I understand. You. Apparently Korga wants to see you. Go ahead.
Oh, now who's fucking top dog, bitch? I'm talking to the boss. Oh, what are we doing over here? Got some party time. Who's this guy?
Ah, my good friend.
Hey, good friend.
Gates just now, no? When the
No.
goblins came?
Oh,
You
yeah,
saw
yeah,
the
that's
mouth
me.
close?
Yeah,
A
yeah.
few questions, if you please. There's no overstating my interest.
Okay, there's no overseeing my disinterest.
I'll make it very quick. Hand to heart.
Fine, ask your questions.
Glory. Now then,
Oh, God.
how would you describe that particular batch of goblins? Size, nature, distinguishing qualities?
You search your mind,
Bunch of bitches.
successfully recalling various details of goblin behavior.
Common riding goblins led by a lasher and a flanker by Booyagas. They were goblins, same as all the other. Lowly and vile. They were goblins.
Struck fear and awe in heart of wilting witness.
A myth weaver. This man has no respect for truth.
And the dragon they had marching in the rear, was it of the brass or silver variety?
I think there's been a misunderstanding.
That's right, my friend. Not a jot more or less. Last question, then you'll be quite free. Did the attackers rally to the absolute when they fell upon the gates?
Did they rally to the absolute? I don't think so. Is concentrated on not dying? I don't think so.
Well, this does complicate things. But then again, well, never mind. I've interrogated one, a captive in this very camp. She reports they've abandoned their god Maglabiet in favor of someone called the Absolute. The scandal!
Huh. Okay.
Never you mind. I'm on my way to their camp as we speak. I always knew my studies in Gukliak would come to some use.
Wait, about our conversation earlier. Why the
My
dragon?
friend, every story benefits from a dragon. Until we meet again.
Speak.
What? What bird? Doesn't look like you're helping with the ritual.
The ritual is Korga's decision, but she is not our leader. Master Halsin welcomed the refugees in. I wait for him to resolve this.
Elson, huh?
Pray
Won't resolve anything if he's
for the
dead.
refugees' sake.
We're seeing that bird.
The bird knows. She needs to know. You do not.
I hear you. Tell me. 15! God damn, what are these? There we go. Easy.
Please, not so loud. I'll tell you, but please don't do that again. More follow Korga every day. They are afraid, and she offers a simple solution. Eject the refugees, and we will be safe.
She's wrong?
Perhaps not. But that does not make it right. Only Master Halsin can stop this. I pray my bird returns with news of him. If not, I fear for my people.
I wanted to ask about healer though.
Again?
Never mind. So I don't get to ruin my chances talking about other shit. This guy looks like he's important. Huh? A big ass bear up here, sleeping. Hey, bear. Carefully nudge the There's blank. Oh. Well, ration. But gotta use it or lose it. Sub bear. Oh. The lever. Okay. Left my party. Okay. Back up here. What the fuck? I wish the inspiration for that. It's a joke. Fucking joke. A fucking pig. I'm shaking his ass. What's going on in here? Huh? Killer.
Please. I'm sorry.
This is madness, Korga. She's just a
what, Wrath? A thief?
Yep.
A poison?
Yep.
A threat?
Yeah.
I will imprison the devil.
Killer.
And I will cast out every stranger.
One of the guards outside said you want to see me. Here I am.
We will speak soon enough. First, judgment must be passed. The parasite eats our food, drinks our water, then steals our most holy idol in thanks. Wrath, lock her up. She remains here until the rite is complete. And keep still, devil. Tila is restless.
Come, Korga. We took back the idol. Surely.
Do it.
Should release her else you to stay outside. Release her now and check thoughts. Really? There's not like another option? Nah. Fuck it. Barbarian shit. We gotta do it. Double fucking crit. What the fuck?
Very well. Sif, Tila, to me. Out, thief. My grace has its limits.
It hurts.
Thank you, Korga. Master Halsin...
Halsin isn't here. Keep his name off your tongue, lest Tila pierce it.
Oh no. I hate wolves.
I didn't...
I know that look. You're wondering why I was in pain before. Let's just clear the air about that now.
Hey, wolves, huh?
It's just an old wound that hurts me from time to time. Nothing to be concerned about. It's nothing to do with the tadpoles, at least, in case your imagination is in danger of getting away from you. It's just something I have to live with.
How badly does it hurt?
Quite a lot, if I'm being honest. But it always passes quickly, so I can manage.
Are you sure it's not connected?
You can trust me on that.
Okay. Everybody fear of wolves.
They're ravenous predators with fangs like daggers. It's hardly an irrational fear to harbor. Don't be surprised if I'm reluctant to face any more.
We can scarcely afford to show weakness right now. This won't be a problem.
That's out of my hands. I think I've said all I want to on the subject.
Okay. What's Gail got to say?
Tiring business, isn't it? All this traveling and adventuring. Why don't we take a little break? Allow ourselves a few moments of rest? Gives me a chance to talk to you about something, well, rather important.
Rather important.
We've been on the road together for a while now, haven't we? Survived some perils, overcame some obstacles. Ever since you were kind enough to free me from that stone, I've seen you demonstrate remarkable guile and courage. The way you diffused the tension between Zevlor and Aradin, the way you got Korga to release the girl. In short, I've grown to trust you.
Alright. Not for the flattery, that's what's going on.
Sincere, I assure you. The reason I make a point of saying this is that I've grown confident enough to tell you something I've yet to tell another living soul, except for my cat. You see, I have this condition. Very different from the parasite we share, but just as deadly.
What kind of
Specifics
condition?
are rather personal, but suffice it to say that it is a malady I've learned to live with, though not without some effort. What it comes down to is this. Every so often, I need to get my hands on a powerful magical item and absorb the weave inside.
What kind of items are we talking about exactly?
Staffs, tomes, cowls, the form doesn't matter, so long as it's brimming with weave. It's been days since I last consumed an artifact, since before we were abducted. It's only a matter of time before my craving returns. That is why I turn to you. I need you to help me find magic items to consume. It is vital. Dare I say it? Critical.
Critical, huh? Fair, why you need to see me help? You done the finances without me so far?
A fair point. However, until recently, I was able to rely on a supply of artifacts stored in my tower in Waterdeep. A supply that has now run dry. The reality of the matter is that a lone wizard with a chronic impairment such as my own is not in the most ideal of situations with regards to self-defense. The manner of artifacts I need are not often found waiting patiently on a shopkeep's shelf. One usually has to lift them delicately from trap-filled tombs or prize them from the hands of violent ne'er-do-wells. There'll be danger involved, or great cost.
And of all that, I lose a valuable artifact. Why exactly would I risk either of those things for a wizard I barely know? We've got 3 negatives and 1... yes. Let's give him one of these.
Valid question. If not out of the simple goodness of your heart, then perhaps your own self-interest might be sufficient motivation. Having a wizard like me around is quite the boon when facing the perils that stalk these lands. It'd be far harder for me to assist you if I could barely stand upright. Please, trust me. Your help could be the difference between life and death.
Very well, I'll do my best to get what you need.
Thank you. I see my trust in you was not misplaced. I'm sure we won't have to look very far to find what I need. Faerun overflows with magic-infused treasure. As do our packs, as a matter of fact. We've such an item already in our possession. Primed for the moment the need arises. I hope I can count on you.
Huh. Well, let's talk to this lady.
Go on. Say it. You think I'm a monster?
That's my move. Just stand there and cross my arms. Honestly, I just want to see what would happen.
Ah. You don't see a monster. You just look at me through one's eyes. You are like the devils.
Yeah.
Where they tread, chaos follows. No matter. I took back the idol of Sylvanas, and the rite is resumed. We will seal the grove, free from harm, free of intruders.
Do what you want,
So
son of
you
a
say,
gun.
yet the child walks free. You showed great mettle at the gate. The mettle of a skilled sword for hire. I want you to provide your services to Zevlor. Offer to guide the Outlanders out of the grove. I'm sure they'll reward you well. They're to be gone before final prayer. If they are not, the Viper must strike.
Really?
Then they soon know the sting of my
Not
venom.
my concern.
Get out. We have no more business.
You did well to speak up for the girl. That snake is fickle. A tragedy prevented. Nothing
Whatever.
befitting a child. Nothing befitting any of our world's creatures. We've let a snake replace our leader. She will see the tieflings driven out, or worse.
He's happy to rule the roost. Who's your real leader?
Master Halsin. Perhaps Goblin called, perhaps dead. He'd set Mistress Korga back in line. Hold her to task. Stop this damned ritual. More will die if the rite is finished. So many more, sent into a world gone mad.
I'm looking for Nettie.
Ah, I see. You will find her deeper in the caves. Would you?
If no one's looking for help, then I can
Give
do it.
anything to see Halsin return home.
More solid offer than anything.
Our need is great. I will open the treasures of this grove to you, even if the circle forbids it.
Damn.
Halsin is an elf with the presence of a bear. He left west with the adventurers. You won't mistake the first druid for anyone else.
Wolf. What do you want, Wolf? Whoa. That's a close one.
The wolf's fur bristles. He wants to jump, wants to bite. His eyes dart back and forth as he sniffs the air. He can't see them anymore, but he can smell them. Many, many strangers.
What strangers?
The wolf bares his teeth. He doesn't take orders from you. He would chase you down if not for his master.
Fair enough.